What's up, YouTube fan? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Jamal once again. And today we're going to talk about the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, also known as the CFPB. Now, before we get into that, if you don't know, owner operator of Level Up Credit Services, and my goal is to help us live a debt-free, interest-free lifestyle. In particular, I really like to focus and help aspiring entrepreneurs not only get their personal credit together, but also help them make sure that their business is formatted and structured properly so that we can go out and get you funded. If that is interesting to you, if that sounds like you or something you're interested in, hit the link in the description so we can work together, all right? In the meantime, if you find any of this information, any of my videos useful, please like, subscribe, hit the notification button, tell a friend to tell a friend, and share this video. So let's get into it. We're going to talk about the CFPB, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Now, depending on who you are, where you are, you probably either heard about the CFPB watching a channel regarding credit repair. You probably watched or heard about the CFPB on the news, right? Because they're often on the news. So let me give you a little bit of points and some data about the CFPB. So the CFPB is a fairly new government organization. Government, okay? It is the only official bureau. I know we talk about credit bureaus, which people think is TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, but that is absolutely false. Those are not bureaus. The only two real bureaus that we want to worry about in the financial space and or in the credit space is going to be the CFPB and the FTC. I'll make another video about the FTC later, okay? But back to the CFPB, one of the only official credit bureaus in this country. Okay, so CFPB was actually founded in 2010 after the passing of the Consumer Protection Act. This was shortly after the bubble burst of 2008, right? So they wanted to make sure, because so many people were losing their homes, foreclosures, short sales, things of that nature. They wanted to make sure that consumers were more informed, and even better than more informed, more protected, because it was the Wild West back then if you were around to purchase a house, right? Their key component and reason and mission of the CFPB is to protect consumers, that's you, that's me, from unfair, deceptive, or abusive practices in the financial market. Now, what does that mean? That means if you are the victim of unfair, deceptive, and or abusive practices from your auto loan, a credit card, payday loan, cash advances, mortgages, student loans, okay? If you've been a victim of any kind of unfair, deceptive, or abusive practices from any company that you do business with, any financial institution, including banks, the CFPB is the watchdog. If your name was Karen and you wanted to speak to the manager, the CFPB is who you'll be asking for, but on an organizational level. You hear me? I hope that makes sense. So, what else do we need to know? The CFPB is actually a independent agency that is within the Federal Reserve. So you probably hear about the Federal Reserve, also known as the Fed, when they talk about different financial policies, the increase of the interest rate. We all know, we all seen how interest has been affecting everybody. So the CFPB is actually a part of the Fed, the Federal Reserve System, okay? And so they also have the authority to enforce federal consumer financial laws. Now, you already know what we about. You already know we about that education, man. You're gonna know some consumer laws up here. You know what I'm saying? Fair credit, okay? All right, the FCRA, the FDCPA, if you don't know, Fair Credit Reporting Act, and the Fair Debt Collections Practices Act. The CFPB enforces both of those laws. So if you're in a situation where you're fighting a debt collector, or someone is reporting inaccurate, unfair, abusive, incomplete, untimely information on your credit report, the CFPB is who you want to be talking to. You know what I'm saying? Actually, I'm going to be making another video walking you through how to submit a complaint against a company with the CFPB website, but that will be another video. Okay, the CFPB, now when it goes back, now we're talking about these complaints, what the CFPB does with the complaints, they actually gather a sampling of complaints. So let's say a bunch of people submit a complaint about Navient. Last year, they sued Navient multiple times for different things. Why? Because so many complaints were coming in about this one company that the CFPB basically, we as consumers forced their hand. We kind of forced them to look into Navient and see what the hell was going on with them. So they did, and they investigated Navient. And one such lawsuit against them was because they were not keeping accurate records of the student or borrower's payment history. So they were marking people late, delinquent, things of that nature incorrectly because they were not keeping proper records of their payments. And the CFPB sued them for it and told them to get your act together, and that also led to Navient also having to turn over or get out of or stop servicing various kinds of student loans. And so that's the power of us as a group, as a community, right? As citizens, as consumers coming together and filing these complaints. It can actually force the CFPB to do something about the issues that we're having. Okay, let me check my notes real quick. Sorry. Boom, 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 boom. I want to make sure we're on the right foot. Also, the CFPB is a great resource. So for instance, when we're talking about improving your credit, the CFPB actually has credit repair letters directly on their website. They have templates and instructions that you can go and download directly from their website. You don't have to pay for templates or anything like that. I mean, I do offer some templates and ebooks, things of that nature, but for whatever reason, if that's not your cup of tea, you can go directly to the CFPB for the templates and the information that they have. Okay, who better to go to than the big dog directly? You know what I mean? So they also have something such as the know before you own mortgage disclosure rule. This is, again, as a result of the 2008 bubble burst in real estate. So many people were losing their homes. So much money was lost during that time that the CFPB was created to keep consumers and borrowers properly informed. Okay. Now, the CFPB has been doing its job so well that, of course, big companies don't like the CFPB. So they've been doing everything they can to try and either get the CFPB defunded, reorganized, restructured, re-regulated, a whole bunch of re's this, re that, or just completely dismantled, right? They don't like having a boss. They don't like having someone peeking over their shoulder, keeping them in line, suing them when they're not acting right. They don't like that. They want to keep it the Wild West. So you may have seen in the news or may have come across some information stating that the CFPB is facing issues with being defunded, or there are other kind of like court cases and challenges against their very existence, actually, right? But we love the CFPB. Why? Because it's the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. If you're interested in their website is consumerfinance.gov. Okay, so you can check that out. I'll also put a link to their website in the description. Also in the description, I have a ton of different links. If you want to book an appointment with me, I have a link for that. I also have a link to my new ebook specifically for aspiring entrepreneurs that can help you get your finances together in preparation to launch that business that you've been dreaming about. If you found this helpful, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.